Hi, I'm John Holden, and welcome to the Green Room's Earth Day Special. We're starting off our show here along the mighty Mississippi River in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Now, a lot of the products we use every day are made at manufacturing plants along this river. Now, you might think a lot of the waste from plants goes straight to a landfill, right? Well, one company has changed all that. The waste is used in much more creative ways, as you're about to see.
Corporations like Procter & Gamble face many of the same environmental challenges as everyday households, and those challenges are not easy to solve, and the solutions will come only if we think very differently about how to approach them. In a company like Procter & Gamble, we are working very hard toward achieving our long-term environmental sustainability vision. We want to be the company that runs our plants on 100% renewable power, use 100% renewable materials and recycle it for all our products and packaging, conserve resources, and have zero consumer and manufacturing waste go to landfills. And we're also working hard to help billions of consumers around the world live sustainably by developing products that enable them to conserve resources.
Over the past 175 years, Procter & Gamble, the maker of Tide, Bounty, Pampers, Pantene, and Crest, has grown to become the largest consumer packaged goods company in the world. The company's size presents an opportunity to put its scale to work and address challenges that all companies face, like manufacturing waste.
Well, waste is a loss for Procter & Gamble. Now, that's a loss for Procter & Gamble, and that's a loss for society. This is why we are working hard, developing partnerships and developing the innovations to prevent this waste from going to landfills by finding value for it.
Zero manufacturing waste to landfill will mean that 100% of the materials are recycled, reused, or converted to energy. To put that in perspective, a whole plant would have less trash going to landfill than your own household.
In fact, all of Procter & Gamble sites globally are working hard to reach that vision. Today, we're at one that's done it, the Cape Girardeau plant here in Missouri.
Here, brands like Pampers, Charmin, Bounty, and Love's are being manufactured, for which zero manufacturing waste is going to a landfill.
We've been at the recycling business for some 30 plus years, but it started with the basic materials like corrugates or metal or maybe even some plastics. And that's pretty easy. When it starts to get more complex is when you look at some of the more sophisticated materials that make up the P&G portfolio, some of those which we use here in our family and baby care businesses at Cape. And those materials, we needed to go seek out partners to innovate and look for recycle streams that may have not existed before. And that was where the heavy lifting was to get to zero waste to landfill, which we're proud to be at now.
For paper products that don't meet P&G's high-quality standards, the plant reuses all of that material by breaking it down and recycling it. It takes a partnership between Procter & Gamble and its suppliers who can recycle the waste, and you might be surprised at some of the innovative ways that they're able to find value in what was once thought of as waste.
For example, we take our excess diaper material, take it to local vendors, and have it pelletized. And these pellets are then in turn turned into hangers and trash cans, to name a few. Another example is this white diaper material is taken and manufactured into mattress corners. Even our leftover fiber that we in the industry call paper sludge is taken and introduced into items such as newsprint and legal pad.
Or how about this for a surprise? Excess diaper material. Yep, the stuff that's being used to create the everyday diaper can also be used to create parking lot dividers. In fact, all the dividers in this P&G parking lot were once diapers.
Through the work system that we have, we're always striving to get better. And ultimately, you want to get to the point where you have zero losses. You're at 100% performance. And so that's kind of in our DNA. I would tell you that when you pose the question to folks, can we get to zero waste to landfill, there are obviously doubts and what would it take. But the company quickly moves, and I think Cape is a great example of this, moves to what has to be true. What do I have to go do? What would have to be in place so that we could get to zero?
If we don't have to take raw materials and turn them into whatever, in this case into paper products, then, we don't have to use that energy for other things. And I think that's the big impact. These guys are doing just an incredible job of not making waste.
And it's not just here in Cape Girardeau that none of Procter & Gamble's manufacturing waste is going to landfill. In fact, this goal has been met at 45 of P&G's sites worldwide.
Every time I have the opportunity to sit with our global asset recovery purchases team that does this work for P&G, I am always surprised by the innovative and creative ways they are finding avenues for our waste to be turned into products of great value. A whole host of things. I mean, every day it's something new and exciting with this group of people.
It's all part of the innovative ways that Procter & Gamble employees have found for reusing manufacturing waste.
And like Procter & Gamble, we can all have a surprising impact on the environment, all through our own everyday actions.